Hello, everyone. This is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to continue with our 1976 Bicentennial Baseball Tournament, Round 2, Game 2, Orioles, Indians. Indians took Game 1 as they handled Palmer and the O's quite handily. Game 1 victory was 6-3. Player of the game was Jackie Brown. Went 7 innings, only gave up 2 runs while striking out 7. The Indians can sweep the Orioles out, who again had a first-round bye, along with the Yankees. Yankees will be playing the Milwaukee Brewers in our next upcoming series. The Indians are 1 win away from the American League East Regional Finals. Without any further ado, let's get to the lineups. Our little special note, Indians reliever Kern can only go 2 innings in this game if he comes in. Second inning will be his point of weakness check. Joining us at the ballpark here in Cleveland, Prague Monster. How you doing? As he says, going from baseball demos to Al Red Sox fan. That's a great doubleheader there, my friend. I was listening for a bit to baseball demos, who's actually absolutely wonderful channel. If you have not subscribed to that channel, please do so. Baseball demos. We also have JT Dutch. He says, hello there, Al. Hope you had a good Christmas. I can't stay long, but it's good to see you again. And you picked a great year. Well, thank you very much, JT Dutch, and a Merry Christmas to you. Also, Happy New Year to one and all. All right, let's get to the starting lineups. It's Dennis Eckersley trying to close out the Orioles. Let's go to the Orioles lineup first. Wayne Garland was a 20-game winner, 20-7, 2.67 ERA in 25 starts. He actually did have 1 save, struck out 113, walked 64, gave up 10 home runs. Garland's point of weakness is the 8th inning. Point of weakness check. Al Bumbry is leading off. He is not playing left field. He'll be the DH. Batting second baseman Bobby Grich. In the 3 spot, right fielder Reggie Jackson. Lee Mays, the cleanup hitter, batting 4th, obviously. Batting 5th, not the DH in this game, but the left fielder Kenny Singleton. Mark Belanger moves way up in the lineup. He's in the 6th spot, playing short. Dave Duncan does the catching, batting 7th. Brooks Robinson gets a start here, as Doug DeCense was a little bit erratic at 3rd in Game 1 and didn't hit the ball. So Robinson will bat 8th. I believe it was his last year in baseball. He only hit .211, 3 homers, 11 ribbies, but still an outstanding defender at the hot corner. He is a 2.16 at 3rd. Paul Blair rounds out the Orioles lineup here in Game 2, batting 9th, center field. Doug Hunt, how you doing? Hope all is well. How's the sound quality? I'm always leery of the sound quality. Hopefully it's good. For the Cleveland Indians, Dennis Eckersley is on the mound. 13-12, 3.43 ERA, 30 starts. He actually had a save also in 1976. 200 strikeouts, walked 78, gave up 13 home runs. His point of weakness is the 6th inning. Point of weakness check. Rick Manning will lead things off in center. Batting second at short, Larvell Blanks. Rico Cardi's the DH, batting third. Cleanup hitter, left fielder George Hendrick. Batting fifth at third base, Buddy Bell. Ray Fosse does the catching while batting sixth. Boog Powell plays first base, bats seventh. Batting eighth, right fielder Charlie Spikes. Rounding out the Cleveland Indians lineup, playing second base, Dwayne Kuiper. Dice Baseball Digest has joined us. Check out and subscribe to that channel. Jeff Hunter, how you doing? He says, Happy New Year's, Al. Play ball. Dice Baseball Digest. He says, hey, dude, my first season rolling. I rolled the Yankees for the whole season. Very cool. Very cool. I have played full seasons on the PC. I always give so much credit to people who roll a season for a team, and there's some people who do the whole season. I've been watching Spokane Steve and Dr. Jeff Guterman or Gutterman. I never know how to pronounce his last name, but they're fun strat channels. Check them out and subscribe to them. All right, so let's roll some Stratomatic. As I say, I play within the rules. I don't play exactly by the rules. It's advanced with a smidget of super advanced when it just comes to the hold and steal. I also don't do the extra hold, meaning Dennis Eckersley is horrific holding base runners on. He's a +5. Fosse is a 0 arm, so it's a +5. I don't do the extra hold. To me, I just don't do it. Again, to each is their own. I play within the framework of the rules, but I play it my way, and I'm having fun, and I believe that's the most important thing with anyone, how you play your game, whether it's by the letter of the law or you moderate it a bit. Enough of that. Let's get to the game. So Eckersley on the mound. We're at the Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland Municipal Stadium, and let's get this in order. Dave Gardner says, I was screwing up APA football. Didn't matter. I was having a blast. That's all that matters, is having fun. Again, that's just my opinion. All right, let's get this in order now. Dave had a fun football game today. 1975 Bills and the 1975. I know this. I listened near the end of the game. I listened to the second half. All right, it was the Bills. Oh my God. I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember, folks. I'm thinking. Oh, Bills and Colts. I knew I'd get there. It was the Bills and Colts, 1975. Really fun game. And Wayne Garland. Where am I going to put these? Oh, I got to move my pens. All right, put the pens there. Put this over here. All right, now we're ready to roll some baseball. So Eckersley is a right-handed, right-handed hurler. Al Bumbry at the plate, a lefty. The pitch from Eckersley to Bumbry off the Eckersley card. Say that 10 times fast for me. 6'9", left-handed batter. So you have a 6 and a 9. That's a swing and a miss. Eckersley overpowers the bumblebee, Al Bumbry. Good way to start it for the Eck. One down. Bobby Grich steps to the plate. Fosse goes through the signs. Eckersley Nods his head. The high leg kick. The delivery to Bobby Grich. Off the Grich card. Right-handed pitcher, 2-8. 2-8. Single to center. So Bobby Grich singles to center. 1 out, 1 on. Bobby Grich is a B stealer. 1 through 13 plus 5. That's 18. He's going. And he is just in there, barely safe. They're going to run on Eckersley. And it works the same way for both teams. If you have a pitcher who's just horrible at holding, I'm going to run. Baseball Demos is here. Check out and subscribe to that wonderful channel. World's Worst Gamer. Doug Hunt says the old Baltimore Colts, good team. Yep. Burt Jones, Roger Carr, Lydell Mitchell, Ted Marchibroda was the coach. So many others. Mad Dog Curtis, I believe, was on that 75 team. I think he was still playing. Raymond Chester might have been the tight end. Dowdy, the other wideout. Leaks. Was it Leaks? The other running back. Good team for the Colts, though. All right, 1 out, 1 on for Reginald Martinez Jackson. Jackson was the only bright spot offensively for the Orioles in Game 1. Eckersley to Jackson. 6-3 off the Eckersley card. Left-handed batter, 6-3. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. Hendrick is a 2E4. 12. I think we're going to go to an error check. 12, yes, and an E4. 9. I believe he will make the catch on the E4. Yes, he does. Hendricks goes racing back towards the wall, reaches up, makes the grab. Let's just double check that. E4, yep. 5 through 10 is a fly ball B. Runner holds at second, 2 away. Grich stands at second with 2 outs. He'll be off on contact. Grich will be a +2, so a 1 through 17 shall advance him. Roosevelt leaks. Yes. Barbara, how you doing? Hope all is well. Lee May steps to the plate. Right-hand power-hitting first baseman for the Orioles. Eckersley, the high leg kick delivery to the plate. Lee May, 3's gone wild. 3-6, swing and a miss. Eckersley blows him away with the fastball. Tailed in on him. So Eckersley strikes out 2. The single and stolen base by Grich don't matter. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here in Cleveland. And I'm going to have to switch my glasses because I have my distance glasses on, and I just realized that. That's why I'm having difficulty seeing the cards more than normal. For the Indians, it'll be Manning, Blanks, and Carty if anyone gets on Hendrick. The Orioles finished in second place, 88 and 74. The Indians fourth place, 81 and 78 in the American League East in 1976. Wayne Garland trying to take this series back to Baltimore, even at 1. The Tribe don't want to see that. And I will switch glasses quite quickly. Now the problem is I have to lean to read the chat even with these glasses. Not too bad. Okay. Here's Rick Manning, left-hand batting center fielder. Garland is a right-handed hurler. Duncan sets the target. The pitch to Rick Manning. Off the Manning card, that's a 2-8 right-handed pitcher. 2-8, 1 through 17 is a single to center. It is a single to center for Rick Manning. Manning's at first. He's a B stealer. They will hold him on. So advancing, he'll be a -1 on the base paths, 1 through 15. Garland is a +1 on the hole. Duncan's a 0 arm. So that's 1 through 14. Manning's going. Manning is safe. Go baseball. So Manning steals second. No outs for Larvell Blanks. Indians already putting the pressure on the O's. Blanks is an A bunter. Indians, they're going to bunt. We're going to say that they'll play for the bunt, so it'll be a B bunter. He squares. That's a 10. That might be a bad bunt on a 10. So the runner at second, B bunter, 10. Batter safe. Lead runner is thrown out by the pitcher. So what a play by Wayne Garland. Larvell Blanks bunts the ball a little bit too hard. Quickly off the mound is Garland. Pivots, fires to second for the force out. Fires to third for the tag out. Brooks Robinson applies the tag. So Manning is out. Blanks reaches on the unsuccessful sacrifice bunt. Fielder's choice. 1 to 5. Brooks Robinson did a hell of a job getting back to the third base bag. So a failed sack there. Blanks, not a threat to steal, will not be held on. He's at first. 1 out for Rico Carty. Garland to Carty, looking for the double play ball. It's going to be off the Garland card. Right-handed batter, 5-4. A 5-4 is a defensive check for the catcher. Duncan. Duncan is a 2E4. That is a 9. It's going to go to the error check of E4. 9, I believe he makes the play. And he does. It's a slow roller out in front of the plate. His only play is to first. It's a ground ball C. Blanks advances to second. Duncan took the sure out at first, getting Carty. 2-3. Blanks at second with 2 outs, not being held on. It'll be a +2 runner, 1 through 15. The morose one, the somber one, George Hendrick steps to the plate. Garland peeks over his shoulder, now looks in at Duncan. He has the sign, righty-righty matchup. Pitch homeward bound to George Hendrick, 4-11. Right-handed batter, 4-11. Garland comes in high and tight, jams Hendrick, popped up towards the shortstop. Mark Belanger, the Pittsfield, Massachusetts native, on the outfield grass, waving his arms. He makes the catch. The side is retired. We're through 1 here in Cleveland. No score. Bicentennial Tournament, Round 2, 1976. Cleveland, in the best of 3, has a 1-0 lead. Michael Canistari, how you doing? Hope all is well. He says, hello, Al and chat. A good day. I had my procedure this morning and remain cancer-free after 2 years. Checkups every 6 months instead of 3 months. That is awesome. God bless you, my friend. We'll continue to always have our prayers and good thoughts and good vibes go out to you, Michael Conastari. That is absolutely awesome. God bless you. Dennis Eckersley on the mound taking his warm-up tosses between innings. The Eck will face Singleton, Belanger, Duncan. If anyone gets on, Brooks Robinson. The old man manning third base for the Orioles in Game 2. Earl Weaver was not happy with Doug DeCense in Game 1, that's for sure. Eckersley to the switch-hitting Kenny Singleton, batting lefty. The pitch to Singleton from the Eck. Deuce has gone wild. That's a 2-4. So a 2 and a 4. Ground ball back to Eckersley. He knocks it down. It rolls to his right, picks it up, takes a few steps, underhand tosses to Boog Powell. Singleton is retired 1-3. As people are very happy in the chat for Michael Conasteri. Wonderful prognosis there. I like hearing good news. Here's Mark Belanger, right-hand batting shortstop. Ray Fosse wiggles the fingers. The long-haired Eckersley nods his head. That high leg kick delivery to Mark Belanger. 5-8 to Belanger. Off the Eckersley card, right-handed batter. So you have a 5 and an 8. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Eckersley. 2 outs, base is empty for Dave Duncan, the catcher. Duncan would like to get a hold of a fastball. He has a little bit of pop. The pitch to Dave Duncan from Dennis Eckersley. 4-7 off the Eck card. 4-7. Swing and a miss. Eckersley has struck out 4 in 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Cleveland. The high-kicking Eckersley mowing them down. As the Tribe look to put another pelt in their teepee. Due up for the Indians in the bottom of the second. Buddy Bell, Ray Fosse, Boog Powell. If anyone gets on, Charlie Spikes. Wayne Garland will try to go goose egg for goose egg with Dennis Eckersley. Remember, check out Prog Monster's music channel. Absolutely fabulous. He was doing his favorite albums. Or was it songs? I listened to the one. It was The Who. Anyway, it's an excellent channel. Prog Monster. Razor, how you doing? He says, hello, Al, in the chat. Hope all is well. It is. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Michael Conasteri says, thanks, everyone. This community played an important role for me over the last couple of years. It has played an important role to me over the years also, whether it's sports gaming or You Always Win, the zombie channel, when I would be taking care of my parents during their illness. Watching that or listening to you guys. Yeah, absolutely agreed. Here's the pitch from Wayne Garland to Buddy Bell, right-hand batting third baseman of the Indians. Off the Bell card, that's a 1-5. A 1 and a 5 will be an out. Chopper to second. Gritch has it over to Lee May. 1 down, scoring at home 4-3. So with 1 out, base is empty. Indians catcher Ray Fosse strides to the right-hander's batter's box. Duncan sets the target for his counterpart Fosse. Here's the pitch to Fosse. 4's gone wild. 4-8, right-handed batter. So you have a 4, you have an 8, you have a chance at a single, 1 through 13, or a great leaping catch by the second baseman, Bobby Gritch. It is a single over Bobby Gritch. 1-out single for Fosse. He's a slow-footed catcher. They will not hold him on. One out, one on for the former Baltimore Oriole, Boog Powell. Excellent double play candidate here. Garland to Powell. Off the Powell card, 2-6. 2-6, and there's your double play ball. Hard hit ball to Belanger, quickly over to Bobby Grich, on to Lee May. Inning over, 6-4-3, just what the Garland ordered. We're through 2 here in Cleveland. No score. We go to the top of the third. The Indians lead the best-of-3 series in the second round of the Bicentennial Baseball Tournament, 1976, 1-0. Due up for the Orioles, Brooks Robinson, Paul Blair, top of the order. The Bumblebee, Al Bumbry. If anyone gets on, Bobby Grich. So Eckersley, Garland going goose egg for goose egg. Who's going to get ungoosed first? Or goosed? The goose. Here's Brooks Robinson getting his first at-bat of the series. Eckersley to Brooksy. Robinson has a 2-6. 2-6. Hard hit ball to short. Blanks has it. Fires to Boog Powell. Robinson is retired, 6-3. One down for the O's in the top of the third. Number 9 batter, Paul Blair. The high leg kick delivery from Eckersley to Blair. 5-7. Right-handed batter, 5-7. Swing and a miss. Eckersley has now struck out 5 Baltimore Orioles. 2 down. Top of the third. Top of the order, Al Bumbry, 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim of Eckersley in his first at-bat. The pitch to the Bumblebee from the Eck. 3-11. Right-handed pitcher, 3-11. Deep fly ball to right. Going back is Charlie Spikes. He's there, makes the catch. 1-2-3. Go the O's. We go to the bottom of the third. No score here in Cleveland. For the Indians to face Garland, it will be 8-9-1. Spikes, Kuiper, Manning. Eckersley has struck out 5. Wayne Garland trying to match Eckersley with a third goose egg inning. Garland done with his warm-up tosses. Orioles throw it around, get it back to Garland. Charlie Spikes steps in the right-hander's batter's box. Here's the pitch to Spikes from Wayne Garland. 2-6 to Spikes. 2-6. One hopper, back to the mound. Garland snares it, fires to first. Spikes is retired. 1-3, heads back to the dugout. 1 out. Bottom of the third, no score. Dwayne Kuiper steps to the plate. Left-handed batting second baseman. Duncan sets up, down and away. Garland to Kuiper. 3-5. 3-5. Single to center. That pitch definitely got too much of the strike zone. So Kuiper singles to center. He's a C stealer. He's not going to go, as that's 1-12. Rick Manning steps to the plate, another left-handed batter. He singled, stole second, was then tagged out at third on a horrific bunt attempt by Blanks. Garland quickly pounced on it, pivoted, fired to Brooks Robinson, who applied the tag, nailing out Manning. 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch to Rick Manning. Garland fires in a 3-8. 3-8 fly ball to left. Going back a bit is Hendrick. He makes the catch, 2 down. Retreating back to first is Dwayne Kuiper. Joel Horland, 20, says Kuiper is still announcing games for the Giants. One of the best. So with 2 outs, Larvell Blanks will try to make amends for his horrific sac bunt attempt. Here's the pitch to Blanks. Kuiper will be off on contact, not holding him on, as they'll play behind him. +2, 1 through 18, advancing on the base paths. 4-9, Larvell Blanks off the Garland card, right-handed batter. 4-9, single to center. Blair's a -2 arm, so that brings it back to a 16. They're going to wave. Kuiper, the throw to the plate, safe. Larvell Blanks, what am I saying? He goes to third, excuse me. He goes to third. I got a little too excited. So he goes first to third. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Rico Carty will now try to knock in the first run. Carty, the DH, 0 for 1. The pitch to Carty. 6-11 to Rico Carty. 6-11 fly ball right field. Fielding range check for Jackson. Reggie Jackson's a 2E15. That's a 7. Jackson come racing in. He makes the sliding catch. The side is retired. So Jackson's a 2. And on the 7, it's a fly ball C. So Jackson makes a sliding catch. He's in it to win it. 2 singles. However, the Indians leave him on the corners. We're through 3 here in Cleveland. No score. Indians 1-0 in the best 2 out of 3 series in the Bicentennial Tournament, 1976. Due up for the Orioles, Gritch, Jackson, May. If anyone gets on, Kenny Singleton to face Dennis Eckersley. Daryl Cole, says, rest in peace, Rico Carty. Indeed, rest in peace. World's Worst Gamer says, hello, Razor. Hope things are well for you. For me, my bullpen just blew a save in my 1989 Sim League. So not good at this moment, LOL. Blown saves are the worst, Razor says to World's Worst Gamer. Yes, they are. You go from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat. Dun, 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 dun. What Saturday's sports show, Saturday and Sunday, actually, I think, had the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And what network was it on? All right, top of the 4th, no score. Eckersley on the bump. He's ready to do battle with Bobby Gritch, who singled and stole the base. The pitch from the Eck to Bobby Gritch. 1-8. Right-handed pitcher, 1-8. 1 through 8 is a home run. Other than that, it's a double. That's a leaner. Reroll. It's a double off the center field wall. So Gritch is now 2 for 2. He just misses a homer. Manning went leaping for it. Couldn't get there, but the ball stays in the park. So Bobby Gritch at second. We go to the chat. Real people. No, that's a good guess, though, Dave Gardner. Wrong show and network. Uncle Dave Little, check out and subscribe to that channel. Wide World of Sports, ABC. Doug Hunt, the same thing. ABC, Wide World of Sports. You are both extremely correct. And a participation trophy goes to Uncle Dave Gardner. I used to love Real People. No, maybe was Real People on ABC on Mondays with Fran Tarkenton, Kathleen Crosby, Kathleen Crosby, and Dave something? Was that Real People? As Dave Gardner says, Kathy and John. That was on Mondays on ABC, right? Runner at second for Reggie Jackson. Well, he's not bunting. He's swinging the stick. The pitch to Reggie. Ooh, you know what, though? Bobby Grich is a B stealer. Oh, that's incredible. Yep, that was the Monday show. You're right. You're right, Uncle Dave Gardner. Yep. Do you remember when Kathy Lee Crosby fell in the water with the white blouse on? Remember she was doing the log racing, the log thing? Yeah, I had to go have a private moment after that. So, Eckersley's a +5. Bobby Grich is a B stealer, stealing third. 1 through 14. Bobby Grich is going. He's safe. Possible throwing error. Possible throwing error by Fosse, 1 through 5. And it's a throwing error into left field. So Bobby Grich steals second, scores on the throwing error. 1-0. Orioles. Earl Weaver, not known for go-go baseball. But the Orioles, it's do or die. And we're going to make a notation there. So that's an unearned run towards Eckersley. Orioles score first here in the top of the fourth. Grich steals third. Throwing error. Fosse. Run scores. One nothing. Jackson still at the plate. Here's the pitch to Reggie Jackson, trying to add to that lead. It's a 5-6 to Reginald Martinez Jackson. Left-handed batter, so you have a 5, you have a 6. Swing and a miss. Eckersley blows him away. Jackson's now 0 for 2. Bobby Grich is a one-man wrecking crew. 2 for 2. 2 stolen bases. Scores on the throwing error by Fosse. 1 out, 1-0 Orioles. They must win to force a game 3. Here's the pitch to Lee May with the bases empty. Power hitting first baseman struck out his first time up. 2-5. 2-5. Swing and a miss. Eckersley gets another strikeout as we move the board. So with bases empty, 2 outs, the switch hitting left fielder Kenny Singleton steps to the left-hander's batter's box. Eckersley has the sign from Fosse. Fosse sets the target. The pitch to Kenny Singleton. 5-11. Left-handed batter. So you have a 5, you have an 11. That's a single to center. Kenny Singleton singles, second hit of the inning for the Orioles. Singleton at first, he's definitely not going to steal, and they will not hold him on. So he'll +2 runner when advancing. Mark Belanger struck out his first time against Eck. The pitch from Eckersley to the Pittsfield, Massachusetts native playing shortstop for the Orioles, Mark Belanger. Off the Eckersley card, right-handed batter, 6-5. A 6 and a 5 is a ground ball to short. Larvel Blanks is a 4E16. He needs a high D20 here. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. That's a 3. Single into left, advancing 1 base. Is Singleton. So station to station go the Orioles. Back-to-back singles with 2 outs. 2 outs, 2 on. 1-0 Baltimore. Dave Duncan steps into the right-hander's batter's box. The Orioles catcher struck out his first time up, looking for revenge against the Eck. Eckersley takes a deep breath. That high leg kick as the knee nearly reaches his chin. He fires it towards the plate and Duncan. 1-9. 1-9. Hard hit ball to short. Knocked down by Blanks. Blanks stays with it. Throws low. Powell scoops it out of the dirt. The side is retired. But the Orioles score first. The one-man wrecking crew known as Bobby Grich doubles, steals third, advances to home on the throwing error by Ray Fosse. 1-0 Orioles. Due up in the bottom of the 4th for the Indians. Hendrick, Bell, Fosse. If anyone gets on, Boog, Powell. Orioles playing a little go-go baseball. You got to do what you have to do to win. Wayne Garling now has a precious 1-run lead. Can he maintain it? George Hendrick, 0 for 1. He popped out to Belanger at short. Here's the pitch homeward bound to George Hendrick. 6-3. What will it be? We shall see. Right-handed batter. So a 6 and a 3 is a fly ball out to left field. Kenny Singleton's a 4E6. That's an 18. He will make the catch. We'll just double check, but I'm pretty sure he makes the catch. No, he doesn't. Wow. It's a single. Kenny Singleton cannot get there. He plays it quite gingerly. The ball drops in front of him. Wow. That 4 range is horrific. Tying run at first, thanks to the single by George Hendrick. Buddy Bell steps to the plate. Will they let Bell swing the stick? Bell's going to swing away. No bunting here. Indians already tried that to a horrific result. Garland to Buddy Bell. Orioles hoping for the double play ball off the bat of Bell. It's going to go to the Bell card. Right-handed pitcher, 210. 210, single to right field. Jackson has a -4 arm. Hendrick will go station to station. First 2 batters single. No outs, first and second. For Ray Fosse, it was Fosse's throwing error that allowed Grich to score. Thus, the Orioles' 1-0 lead. If Fosse bunts, he would be a D bunter. We're going to let Ray Fosse swing the stick. In 1976, Fosse batted .301. He had 9 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, knocked in 30. A chance to make amends for his throwing error. First and second, no outs. Duncan goes out to have a word with Garland, now back behind the plate. He sets the target to his counterpart, Ray Fosse, in the right-hander's batter's box. Garland deals to Fosse. 110 off the Fosse card. Jams him. Popped up. Foul territory. Left side. Drifting towards the dugout. Now coming back. Brooks Robinson stays with it. He makes the catch. 1 out. Fosse's now 1 for 2. 1 out, 2 on for Boog Powell. Powell banged into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play back in the bottom of the second. The Orioles hope that the former O does it again. Garland to Powell. 3-7. 3-7. Powell battles Garland to a free pass. It is a walk for Boog Powell. The bases are juiced with 1 out. Hendrick to third. Bell to second. Powell at first. The Orioles will play for 2. Charlie Spikes can tie or give the Indians the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, Dave Duncan goes out to have a word with Wayne Garland back behind the plate. Garland takes a deep breath. He's ready. The pitch to Charlie Spikes. A 2-2. How do you do? 2-2. Single to right field by Charlie Spikes. That's going to tie the game. Trotting in from third is Hendrick. Right fielder is Jackson. They're not going to chance his arm. Bell would be a -4, so it'd be 50% chance of making it on the 20-sided die. Bell will hold at third. Powell at second. Spikes claps his hands at first with the game-tying ribby. So the Indians come right back and tie the game. Number 9 batter, Dwayne Kuiper, comes up. Left-hand batting second baseman, singled his first time up, reached third, but would go no farther. Garland to Kuiper. Again, the O's hoping for a double play ball to get them out of this fine mess. As Oliver Hardy would tell Stan Laurel. 4-8. 4-8. Kuiper singles. 2 stars. Kuiper's 2 for 2. 2 runs will score. It is 3-1 Indians. Indians ready to take another pelt and scalp. The slow-footed Powell scores. 3-1. Spikes goes to third. As again, that was a 4-8 left-handed batter. Single 2 stars, which means the base runners advance 2 bases. So the Indians come right back after the Orioles get 1 in the top of the 4th. They plate 3. Garland could be coming out pretty soon. Rick Manning awaits the Garland offering. He's 1 for 2, and that is a 2-10 off the Manning card. 2-10. Slow chopper to second. They were playing for 2. The runner at third is going to score. It's going to make it 4-1. Advancing to second is Kuiper. Getting an RBI on the ground out is Rick Manning. So he's out 4-3, but he does pick up a ribby. Four to 1. Indians. Holy cow. Larvell Blanks comes up. He's 1 for 2. This will probably be Garland's last batter. 3-2. How do you do? We should have stole with Manning, but that's okay. 3-2. Popped up to the shortstop Belanger, and the side is retired. But the Indians plate 4 in the bottom of the 4th. How appropriate. We go to the top of the 5th. A very happy fan base here at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Their beloved tribe lead the favorite Orioles 4-1, looking to sweep them out of the 1976 Bicentennial Tournament and head to the American League East Regional Finals against either the Yankees or Brewers. So Garland's given up 4 runs, and that's going to be it for him. The Indians have done a job on the Orioles, both Orioles 20-game winners. We'll decide who's coming in Probably going to go with our best reliever. There's no tomorrow for the Orioles in the Bicentennial tournament. No wiggle room, no mulligan. We'll decide that in a moment. They might go to Tippy Martinez right away. And again, if you don't know, I keep my teams in these plastic bags. You can get a lot of them really cheap. And then you can see, you don't have to, who's the, see, Baltimore, 1976. I know the team. Tippy Martinez. Tippy Martinez can go 3 innings. Dyer Miller can go 2. Fred Holdsworth can go 4. We're going to go with Tippy Martinez. Though Holdsworth has the better ERA. We're going to go to Holdsworth. He's a righty. Miller's a right. Myler's a righty. Tippy's a lefty. We're going to go to Holdsworth. No. Dyer Miller. I combined both names to give him Myler as a last name. Brilliant, Al. Brilliant. So Garland's day is done. Orioles vaunted 1 and 2 starters to have not performed well in these first 2 games. Palmer got roughed up, and now Garland gets roughed up. Holdsworth. It's good for 4 innings. So the 4th inning of relief, if he lasts that long, point of weakness check. And he's a -2. 3E0. Okay. Eckersley now has a 3-run lead. Eckersley to face Robinson, Blair, top of the order, the Bumblebee, Al Bumbry. Eckersley to Brooks Robinson. 3-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 3-3. A 3 and a 3. That's the Robinson column, but not a good roll. Slowed Chopper to first. Powell has it. Tosses to Eckersley, covering the bag. Brooks Robinson is 0 for 2, scoring at home 3-1. 1 down for the Orioles, top of the 5th. Number 9 batter Paul Blair was a strikeout victim of the Eck. The high leg kick delivery to Paul Blair. 1-7 to Paul Blair. A 1 and a 7 is a hard hit ball to short. Blanks knocks it down, stays with it, throws to Powell, 2 away. Top of the order, 2 outs, top of the 5th. No one on. 4-1 Indians. Al Bumbry's 0 for 2. He struck out and flown out to right. Here's the pitch to the Bumblebee. Al Bumbry from the Eck. Dennis Eckersley. 4-6 left-handed batter. 4-6 is a walk. So Bumblebee. Bumbry extends the inning, battling Eckersley to a free pass. Bobby Gritch, who's been a one-man wrecking crew, can Bobby do it again for the Orioles? He's 2 for 2. A single, a double, 2 stolen bases. Stole third, throwing error by Fosse, scored The only run for the Orioles so far. Bumbry's a double-A stealer, so that's +5. That's a 1 through 22. You can only go 1 through 19 the way I play it. He's going, and he is safe. Bumbry's in scoring position with 2 outs. Do we want to send him to third? 1 through 16. He's going, and he's safe. 2 stolen bases for Bumbry. Bobby Grich just needs a single now to knock in a run with 2 outs. Eckersley to Bobby Grich. 6-4. 6-4. Ground ball to short. Blanks is a 4E16. That's a 3. That's a base hit. Bobby Grich is going to do it again. 4 and a 3. Yep, that's a single, 2 stars. Had it been a 4 and a 4, that would have been a double, but it doesn't matter. Bumbry easily scores from third. Bobby Grich picks up his 3rd hit with his 3rd at-bat. Knocks in his 1st run. The Orioles cut the lead in half. Orioles playing a little go-go baseball. Reggie Jackson can tie the game now. It's 4-2 with 2 outs. Bobby Grich at first. He's a B stealer, but they're not going to steal right now. They're not holding Bobby on either because we'd rather have Powell with the range to stay at 4. Though what's the difference between 4 and 5? I mean, it's still horrific range. I'm looking now. There's really not much of a difference. Powell will hold Grich on. So Bobby Grich with 2 outs will only be a +1. 16. Does that benefit us? No. He's going to play behind him. So he's a +2. The pitch to Reginald Martinez Jackson. Jackson is 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout. It's going to go off the Eckersley card. 4-7. Left-handed batter. 4-7. That's a walk. Eckersley in trouble here. First time Jackson's reached base. Grich moves to second. Go-ahead run comes to the plate with 2 outs. Lee May. May has struck out twice. Fosse goes out to have a word with Eckersley. Powell joins him on the mound, along with Buddy Bell. Umpire comes out to break up the meeting. Everyone back to their positions. Huge at-bat for Lee May. Those 2 strikeouts, boy, they'll be a thing of the past if he can hit a 3-run dinger. Eckersley to May, 2 outs, 2 on, a 1-9. 1-9. Hard hit ball to third. Diving stop by Buddy Bell. He pops up, throws to Powell. The side is retired. Lee May is denied once again, though he does make contact. He's 0 for 3. The Orioles get a run, cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th, thanks to the one-man wrecking crew named Bobby Grich. 4-2, bottom of the 5th. Due up for the Indians to face Fred Holdsworth, Rico Cardi, Hendrick, Buddy Bell. If anyone gets on, Ray Fosse. So Fred Hollingsworth, again, 4-1, 2 saves, 2.04 ERA, gave up no homers, struck out 24, walked 13. 40 innings pitched. All hands on deck for the Baltimore Orioles. They must win to take this series back 1-1 to Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Eckersley coming up on his point of weakness inning, where you do the check. Indians will probably go to the bullpen. So here's Rico Carty. Indians up 2. Carty 0 for 2. Holdsworth, the righty, deals to the right-hand batting Rico Carty, looking for his first hit. 5-8. 5-8. Ground ball to second. Bobby Grich is a 1E14. That's a 6. Bobby Grich backhands the ball, moving towards the second base bag. Pivots, fires to Lee May. 1 out. Bobby Grich getting it done with the glove and bat, scoring at home 4-3. So Garland went 4 innings. All the runs were earned. Garland struck out none. Okay. So Rico Carty is retired. Stepping to the plate, George Hendrick. 4-2 lead for the Indians. Holdsworth deals to Hendrick. 4-7 off the Holdsworth card. Right-handed batter. 4-7. 1 through 6 is a single. It is a 12, so that will be a step and a dive by Brooks Robinson at third, robbing George Hendrick of a hit. Old man Brooksy still has it. Fabulous play by Brooks Robinson. Line out 5. Shades of the 1970 World Series against the Reds. Two outs, no one on for Buddy Bell, 4-2 Indians. The pitch to Buddy Bell from Fred Holdsworth, 5-9, right-handed batter, so a 5 and a 9. Popped up left side. Belanger calling for it. The shortstop will squeeze it. 1-2-3, go the Indians. We go to the top of the 6th, 4-2 Cleveland. So Fred Holdsworth does his J-O-B. Eckersley, point of weakness check here in the top of the 6th. Struggled, but only gave up 1 run in the top of the 5th. Indians have their bullpen up. Eckersley to face Singleton, Belanger, and Duncan. Kern is up in the pen. Pitched 2 innings in game 1. Kenny Singleton is 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out. Here's the pitch of the switch hitting Singleton, batting lefty. The right-handed Eckersley with a 1-8 walk. Second time Singleton's reached base. Tying run comes to the plate. Mark Belanger. Not much pop, but he did hit. 270 in 1976 with 22 doubles and 40 ribbies. This could be Eckersley's last batter. He has struck him out, and Belanger is singled. O's look to turn 2. Eckersley to Belanger, the Pittsfield, Massachusetts native. 6-8. 6-8. He needs a 1 for a single. He doesn't get it. That's going to be a line shot right at the second baseman, Dwayne Kuiper. Belanger hits it on the screws, but it was right at Kuiper. Quickly diving back to first is Kenny Singleton. 1 out, 1 on. Dave Duncan, the catcher, steps to the plate. Duncan did have 4 homers in 1976. If Duncan can somehow go yard off Eckersley, we have a 4-4 game. Singleton at first, not being held on. He's an E stealer. The pitch. Oh, what the hell? We don't need that one. The pitch to Dave Duncan. Leaner. 2. 4-7 to Duncan. 4-7. Swing and a miss. Eckersley gets him for a second time. Pumps his fist. Eckersley pumping himself up. Trying to get through the 6th, and they'll probably turn it over to the bullpen. Singleton will be off on contact, so he'll be a +2, 1 through 14 when advancing. Brooks Robinson, who made that marvelous play at third on the line drive off the bat of George Hendrick, robbing Hendrick of a hit, steps to the plate. Robinson, in his last year of baseball, I'm pretty sure, 3 homers in 218 at-bats. Eckersley to Robinson, 2-4. That's not going to get it done. Ball hit down to third. Robinson's counterpart, Buddy Bell's up with it. Throws to Powell, Robinson's former teammate. The side is retired. Robinson is out 5-3. The leadoff walk doesn't hurt. Eckersley gets through 6 innings. That's probably going to be it for Eckersley. Cleveland most likely will go to the pen. Let's take a quick look. We'll probably come with Kern. Kern can only go 2 innings in this game because he pitched 2 innings the other game. It's just my little house rule I'm doing for this tournament. 237. Then we'd leave it to Roach to save it. So Kern will come in. Who else do we have? Stan Thomas, 230. 5 homers. Kern only gave up 2 homers. It's going to be Kern. Eckersley day is done. Good night, Dave Little. Please check out and subscribe to Dave Little's channel. Had a fabulous wrestling card on Saturday using Filsinger's fine card and dice wrestling game. That's Dave Little. And also, if you check out the boxing I do on the channel, Dr. David Little is the ringside physician for all of our bouts. So Eckersley is going to be done. 6 innings pitched. 2 runs, only 1 was earned. Eckersley struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He gives way to Jim Kern. We'll just get this out of the way quickly. So Kern will come in for the top of the 7th. Kern can only pitch 2 innings. Kern is a 0 hold. He's an error machine on the mound, as he's a 4E36. All right. It's a bullpen game now, folks. The one thing Jim Palmer did do in Game 1 was go the distance, saving the bullpen. Indians looking to add to that 2-run lead. They will send Fosse, Powell, and Spikes to face Fred Holdsworth. Here's Ray Fosse, the Indians catcher, 1 for 2. His 1 hit was a single. Holdsworth kicks and deals to Fosse. 5-6 right-handed batter. So a 5-6 strike 3 looking on the breaking pitch. Holdsworth picks up his first K. 1 down. As World's Worst Gamer says goodnight to Dave Little. How you feeling, world's worst gamers? Your stomach better, my friend? That will bring up Boog Powell. Powell has walked, scored a run, and banged into a double play, so he's 0 for 1. The pitch, homeward bound to Boog Powell. Fred Holdsworth deals Powell a 2-8 right-handed pitcher. 2-8. Hard hit ball to first. May has it, takes it to the bag himself. Powell is retired on the ground out 3. Well, I'm glad at least it's feeling better today, or okay today. You take care of yourself, my friend. 2 outs, bases empty for Charlie Spikes. Spikes has singled, scored a run, knocked in a run. Also is grounded out. He's 1 for 2. Pitch, homeward bound to Charlie Spikes. Holdsworth fires in. 4-9, right-handed batter. 4-9, swing and a miss. Holdsworth, 2 shutout innings, keeping the Orioles in this baseball game. We go to the top of the 7th. Indians 4, Orioles 2. If the Indians win, they advanced to the American League East Regional 1976 Bicentennial Tournament Final. They will face the winner of either the Brewers, who upset the Red Sox. Of course they did, right? Or the Yankees, who had a bye in the first round. Jim Kern, who's been a workhorse for the Indians in both of the first series and this series, on the mound. LaRoche warming in the pen. Kern will face Blair, then the top of the order, Bumbry, Grich. Grich has been a one-man wrecking crew. 3 for 3, 2 singles, a ribby, a stolen base, a double. He scored on the throwing error by Ray Fosse. Top of the 7th. Paul Blair 0 for 2. Kern to Blair, righty-righty matchup. 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. 2-3, single to right by Paul Blair. He was late on the fastball, but had enough of the bat to flare it to right field. Spikes fields it, throws it back in. So the speedy Paul Blair at first. Kern's hold is a 0. Blair is an A stealer. Fosse's arm is a 0. So that's 1 through 15. Blair's going. And he's safe. Possible throwing error by Fosse. No. The ball is smothered by the shortstop, Mark Belanger. By the shortstop, Larvell Blanks. But a stolen base for Blair. He's in scoring position. Al Bumbry steps back in the box. He's going to swing the stick. Runner at second, no outs. The pitch from Kern to Bumbry. 3-8. 3-8. Bumbry can tie this game 1 through 6. Or it's a tremendous catch by Charlie Spikes in right field. 18. That ball is deep. It is high. Charlie Spikes goes leaping, and he makes the catch. Charlie Spikes makes the catch, robbing Bumbry of the home run. Blair, that's a question mark. Blair's going to tag. Runner rating is a +2. So Blair's tagging. He's 1 through 19. He's safe. And it had to be a 20 to throw him. 1 through 19 had to be a 20 to throw him out anyway. So Blair tags up. Bumbry nearly ties the game. What a catch by Spikes. The Orioles can cut the lead to 1 as the speedy Paul Blair is 90 feet away. Bobby Grich steps to the plate. Grich 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, a stolen base, a run scored, and a ribby. Kern to Grich. They're going to play for the out. 2-8 to Bobby Grich. 2-8 single by Bobby Grich. 4 for 4. The Orioles are not dead yet, folks. Blair comes in from third. It's now 4-3. Kern does not spell relief. Bobby Grich gets his second ribby. Holy cow. 4-3. Reggie Jackson comes to the plate. Jackson is 0 for 2 with a walk. That's going to be it for Kern. Kern has been used a lot for the Indians in their first 2 series, and it showed there. Dave LaRoche is coming in to face, it's going to be a lefty-lefty. He's going to face Reggie Jackson and try to take it home. So it's LaRoche for the Indians. Kern pitches a third of an inning, and he was lucky that Charlie Spikes made that unbelievable catch. Kern has given up 1 run. He's responsible for Bobby Grich at first. So here comes LaRoche. It's good for 3 innings. 3rd inning point of weakness check. Lefty-lefty against Jackson. Kern is responsible for Grich at first. Wow, Kern was not effective, but again, it's probably tired. So Kern is done. The Indians go to their 3rd pitcher. 1 out. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run at the plate, and Reggie Jackson. Jackson is 0 for 2, a flyout, a strikeout, and a walk. LaRoche done with his warm-up tosses. A quick word with Fosse. Fosse back behind the plate now. Here's the pitch to Reginald Martinez Jackson. This is why the Orioles brought him in. 4-2. How do you do? Lefty-lefty. 4-2. Swing and a miss. LaRoche gets Jackson on the breaking pitch. Jackson has now struck out twice. 2 outs. LaRoche -2 hold. He's an error machine on the mound. He's a 4E44. So there are 2 down. Jackson fooled on the breaking pitch. Frank Rosnick, how you doing? Charlie Spikes is the Bogulus bomber, according to Mudcat Grant in the TV booth with Harry Jones. Cool. No, you got to bring LaRoche in now. It's do or die. If the Indians win, they win the series. They get time off. You don't want to go back to Baltimore with your number 3 starter, or number 2 starter, actually. You got to win it. You got to win it. You got to win it. So with 2 outs, here's the pitch to Lee May. Tying run at first. May represents the go-ahead run. 1-3. Popped up. Off-speed pitch gets him. Third baseman Buddy Bell waiting for it. Oh, wait a second. 1-3 left-handed batter. 1-3 ground ball back to LaRoche. So that was a foul ball. Then he hits it right back to LaRoche. He snares it. Throws to first. The side is retired. LaRoche does his JOB. Again, that was a 1-3 left-handed pitcher. 1-3 ground ball to the pitcher, out. So Indians fans breathe a sigh of relief, though their lead is cut to 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-3 Orioles. Kern charged with that run. Fred Holdsworth back on the bump for the Orioles. Holdsworth, in his 3rd inning of relief, he can go 4 before point of weakness check. Both 20-game winners for the Orioles, Palmer and Garland, not effective at all. Again, if you're just joining us in the Bicentennial Tournament 1976, these series are best 2 out of 3. So they're quick. They're bing, bing, bing. You got to win it when you can win it. When you have your opponent down, you step on his neck and squish him. Let's see if LaRoche can do that to the Orioles. Now, the Indians want to get a lot of insurance here. In the bottom of the 7th, facing Fred Holdsworth, Kuiper, the number 9 batter, then the top of the order, Manning and Blanks. Holdsworth to the left-hand batting second baseman, Dwayne Kuiper. 4-8 to Kuiper. 4-8. Kuiper works a walk. Good job by Kuiper. Kuiper's been on base all 3 times. 2 singles off Eckersley. And now a walk-off Holdsworth. Rick Manning comes to the plate. Holdsworth, well, you're not going to steal on him. He's a -2. Manning is a B bunter. Would go to a C bunter. He's a C hit and run. Blanks on deck. Manning's going to bunt, so he'll be a C bunter. They'll play for the bunt. He squares the bunt. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. 4. That's going to advance the runner. Bunting it, pulling it towards the first base side. Off the mound is Holdsworth. His only play is to first. On the wheel play, covering first base is Bobby Grich, but Kuiper advances to second. So that's a sack. 1-4. Manning gets his job done, 1 out. Joe Horland 20 asks, will subsequent series in the tournament be best of 5 or 7? Well, once we get the American League East regional winner, National League East regional winner, American League West regional winner, National League West regional winner, they'll square off. American League East West, those will be best of 5. But all regional games to the final are best of 3. At least I think for now. Hollandsworth to deal to Larvell Blanks. Blanks 1 for 3. Does have a no ribby. He's singled his 1 hit. Runner at second. The pitch to Larvell Blanks. 4-3 Indians. Indians looking for insurance here. That is a 4-4 righty-righty matchup. 4-4 error range check for the catcher, Duncan. He is a 2E4. That's a 12. Let's see what that does. 12 12 goes to the error check. He's an E4. 7. Does he make the play on a 7? Yes, he does, but it's a swinging bunt. Duncan's only play is to first, and Lee May. Advancing to third is Kuiper, but now there's 2 outs, so Blanks is out 2-3. Rico Carty steps to the plate. That's a huge insurance run, 90 feet away for the Indians. Rico Carty feels he's due. He's 0 for 3. Carty in 1976 batted .310, 13 homers, 83 ribbies. On deck, George Hendrick. Holdsworth to Carty, 311. Chopper to first. May has it. Overhand toss to Holdsworth, covering the bag. The side is retired. The Indians strand Kuiper at third. We go to the top of the 8th. Indians 4, Orioles 3. Holdsworth puts up 3 scoreless innings so far, though the Indians almost broke off through to the other side. Holdsworth, if he comes out for the bottom of the 8th, point of weakness check. Indians have put all the eggs in the basket with Dave LaRoche. They want to end it here and go to the East Regional, either against the Yankees or Brewers. Orioles will send to the plate to face Dave LaRoche. Singleton, Belanger, Duncan, if anyone gets on, Brooks Robinson, or possibly Doug DeSensei to pinch hit. Kenny Singleton is 1 for 2. He's grounded out, singled, and walked. Switch hitter will now bat righty off the left-hand tossing LaRoche. The pitch to Kenny Singleton from Dave LaRoche. 4-7. Right-handed batter, 4-7. That's a walk. Oh, boy. That is a walk. Singleton will not be held on. He's an E-stealer. Mark Belanger, a bunter, will bunt him over, as Belanger is 1 for 3. So he'll be a B bunter. He squares. That's a 9. Unbelievable. I don't think that's going to get it done. 9. Batter is thrown out by... No, it does. It does. Runner advances to second. So Belanger puts down the bunt, charging his bell. Thought about going to second, but took the short out at first. Singleton advances to second. So that's a sack. 5-3. Dave Duncan steps to the plate. Duncan is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Orioles. Well, you're not going to go to Crowley because he's a lefty. To use Doug DeSensei here. Robinson on deck. The wheels are churning. Tony Muser's a lefty. Tommy Harper, righty. Needs that 3 column. 234. Crowley, 246, but he's a lefty. Doug DeSensei. Really didn't hit too many homers against lefties out of his 11. He only has the homer on the column 2 with a 2 roll 1 through 10, and on the 6 on the column 2 1 through 5. But if he misses that, that's at least a double. The other way, it's 50-50, either a homer or an out. Well, you got a pinch hit here. Tommy Harper. Five, sixer walks on the 2 column. It's going to be Tommy Harper to pinch hit. So here comes Tommy Harper, which means Rick Dempsey will come in to do the catching. Former Yankee. Let's just see if Rick Dempsey has anything magical, even though he batted under the Mendoza line. No magic there. All right, so Dempsey's here. Duncan's done. Tommy Harper will hit. Tommy Harper in the 8th for Duncan. Singleton at second, 1 out after the sack by Belanger. So here's Tommy Harper. Pinch run for Singleton. Well, Singleton, oh yeah, he's only a 12. You're right, he's only a 12, Joel. I thought he was a 14. Let's run with someone, and he's the left fielder. $11. That's horrific. $12. Crowley's a 10. Harper's a 15. I should probably pinch run Harper there. Ugh, and you put him in the outfield, he's god awful. He's a 4 plus 4 E7. Probably right, though, because he's only a 12. I thought he was a 14, but he's only a 12. We might change this to a pinch runner. Yeah. Good call, Joel. Good call. Yep. So Harper's going to be the pinch runner, actually. For some reason, I thought he was a 14 and not a 12. So Harper's going to be the pinch runner. That means the sensei is going to hit. And the whiteout's not working properly. All right, so Singleton's out of the game. We have a pinch runner. Harper. One through 15. And he might stay in the play left. He's god awful in left. So that's that. Now, good call, Joel. Good call, my friend. Doug DeSensei will pinch hit for Duncan. So DeSensei for Duncan. Means Brooks Robinson's going to hit. Here we go. Good call, Joel. So the bench coach, Joel Horland, 20, says, let's have Harper pinch run. He's 1 through 15. Again, you're not being held on at second. Doug DeSensei, who had a horrific game one, has an opportunity to make a huge amends here. 234, 11 homers, 42 ribbies. Will pinch hit for Dave Duncan. Rick Dempsey will come in and do the catching. LaRoche is ready. Indians are ready. Tying run at second. Go ahead, run at the plate. The pitch homeward bound from Dave LaRoche to Doug DeSensei. 3-7. 3-7 is a walk. So Doug DeSensei walks. Does set up the double play to end the inning, first and second. I don't like that. I know he's a 15. Let's just put 15 right here. Okay. So Doug DeSensei walks first and second for Brooks Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 3. .211, 3 homers, 11 ribbies. We're going to stick with old man Brooksy Robinson, looking for some magic. LaRoche to Robinson, 2-8. 2-8. There's the double play ball. So Robinson rips it on the 2-8 to short. Blanks to Kuiper to Powell. Side is retired. 6-4-3. Indians fans breathe a tremendous sigh of relief. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-3 Indians. Out of curiosity, had I brought in, well, it wouldn't have been Crowley, and it wouldn't have been Muser. It would have been Mora. Son of a 2-8, 10. He would have been out, but it would have been the 2-8 single 1 through 7. We rolled at 10. He would have been out, but it would have been a little more exciting, and it only would have been 2 outs. I thought about it, but I kept Brooks Robinson in there. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't. So Harper, God forbid, will stay in and play left. Do I want to do that horrificness? LaRoche pitches out of that jam. 4 + 2 E19. Harper 4 E7 plus 4. Yeah, we'll let Tommy Harper play. If they hit it to him, we're screwed. If it's a range check or he has to throw the ball. All right, so we have some accounting to do here. We have some accounting to do, and Tippy Martinez will come into pitch. No reason to, but he's a lefty. But Tippy was a 2-3-3. Holdsworth pitched very well. So what do the Indians have coming up? Righty, righty, righty. You know what? Maybe they stick with Holdsworth. I think they shall, with Tippy ready to go. All right. So let's do Dempsey. God, it's stuck. Here we go. I'm just going to slide this down a little closer to me. Dempsey will come in to catch. Sensei's out of the game. He pinch hit and walked. Dempsey is a EBC. Dempsey is a 3. -1. E5. T1 through 5. Okay. So Dempsey's going to go in the spot of Sensei. Robinson banged into the double play. Blair will lead off the top of the 9th. Harper is going to stay into play left, and you'll hold your breath that nothing gets hit out to left with a range check. So Harper is here. He's a 15. CCD. If you're Catholic, you know what that means. It's Harper. Four plus 4 E7. Oh boy, here we go. Michael Terranova, how you doing? Hope all is well. Please check out and subscribe to that channel. All right, let's bring this stuff back up. LaRoche has pitched 3. Has he pitched 3 innings? That's 2/3. And then the 8th, he's pitched an inning and a third. So he's still good to go. 3 outs away from advancing the Indians to the East Regional, American League East Regional Final of the Bicentennial Tournament. Holdsworth, point of weakness check. He's gone 3 scoreless innings. He'll try to go 4. We don't want to bring in the lefty Tippy Martinez to face all these righties. So here's Holdsworth. Here we go. Bottom of the 8th. Indians with a 4-3 lead. Holdsworth to Hendrick. Then Bell, Fossey, if anyone gets on, Boog, Powell. Hendrick is 1 for 3, singled and scored a run. Indians got all their runs in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch to George Hendrick. 5-5. Right-handed batter. 5-5. Fly ball to deep right, but not deep enough. Jackson makes the catch. 1 down. That will bring up Buddy Bell, right-hand batting third baseman. He is 1 for 3. He singled and scored a run. The windup and the pitch to Bell. 6-11 to Buddy Bell, right-handed batter. 6-11, fly ball right field X. So that ball is hit out to Reginald Martinez Jackson. Jackson is a 2E15. That's a 13 to right field. We're going to go to an error check. And again, Jackson's an E15. That's an error. I already know that. That's a 4 on an E15. It's a 2-base error for Jackson. Ouch. So Jackson muffs the ball in center. And let's double check that. So he's a 15 and we rolled a 4. Yep, 3 through 9. 2-base error, 11 and 12 also. A huge muff by Jackson. E9. Jackson at second for Ray Fosse. I'm sorry, Bell's at second after the Jackson error in right. Ray Fosse with 1 out. That's a huge insurance run. Bell 1 through 14 runner. Holdsworth to Fosse. 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. 2-3. Line shot right at the third baseman. Brooks Robinson. Great reaction. Robinson quickly getting that glove up. He still can field the hot corner. Snap throw to second. Bell dives back safely. 2 down. Boog Powell, lefty-lefty matchup. Powell will not hit. We're going to go to, I believe it's Joe Liss. Pitch at your risk to Joe Liss. It was actually pitch at your risk to Richie Zisk, right? At your risk. Oh, you know what? Let's go to Frank Robinson. That's even more fun. So we can either go to Frank Robinson, player manager. I believe he was still player manager in 76. Or Joe Liss. No, let's go to Frank. That's more fun. Liss will come into play first. So Frank Robinson, sensing a moment of victory, calls his own number. He will pinch hit for Boog Powell. Both played on powerhouse Oriole teams of the late 60s, early 70s. Robinson came up as a Cincinnati Red. So we got Big Frank to pinch hit. Robinson pinch hit 8th for Powell. So Boog Powell's day is done. This is a huge insurance run. Now that they've done that, here comes Tippy Martinez. Oh boy. Robinson. Actually, no. What am I saying? We should have went with... You're not going to bring in Tippy Martinez because Robinson... is a righty. So Hollinsworth will face Robinson. That stays that way. The pitch from Holdsworth to Frank Robinson. 2 outs. Buddy Bell at second. 4-8. Righty-righty matchup. After much confusion. 4-8. Swing and a miss. He gets them. So Frank Robinson strikes out for out number 3. The 2-base error by Jackson in right field for the Orioles doesn't hurt. And I don't think Jackson cares. They say it might hurt his pride. He doesn't care. Jackson said he loved it in Baltimore. Now he wants out. Say these guys don't know how to win. So Robinson pinch hits. He's out. Joe List will come into play first for Powell. $10 for base running ability, though if you get to that, then something bad happened to the Indians. Indians 3 outs away from advancing to the American League East Regional 1976 Bicentennial Tournament, either against the Yankees or Brewers. So he's an Ed. He's an E, D, D. E stealer, D bunter, D hit and run. For E11. Okay, here we go. Fred Holdsworth pitched 4 shutout innings. Outstanding. He's done for the day. LaRoche. Needs 3 outs to propel the Indians to the American League East Regional Finals. LaRoche has pitched an inning and a third. An inning and 2/3. Here it is. It all comes down to Dave LaRoche. They'll have rest in between series, so that resets their bullpen, though the starter will stay in the same order for the starters. LaRoche will face Blair, Bumbry, and Gritch. Gritch has been a one-man wrecking crew, 4 for 4, 3 singles, a double, a run scored, and 2 ribbies. He's also stolen third and scored the Orioles' first run on the throwing error by Fosse. Can the Indians do it? Paul Blair is 1 for 3. The pitch to Blair. They're going to let Blair hit here. 4-5 to Blair. Right-handed batter. 4-5. Blair gets a hold of one. It's a double. Blair doubles to right center field, almost a triple. A stand-up double for Blair. Orioles looking to tie this game. Lefty with Bumbry. He's a C bunter. If he bunts, it'll be a D because you just assume they know he's bunting. They're going to let Bumbry swing the stick, and this lefty, oh, God, he really is bad. He's the DH. You know what? He is not swinging the stick. I don't know what we have left on the bench. I don't want him to bunt because we have the tying run at second in the speedy Paul Blair. LaRoche is a -2. We're not going to steal third. Do we have a good bunter? That's the question now. Do we have a good bunter? Let's check this out. C bunter makes him a D bunter. Moore is a righty. You know what? We might go with Andres Mora and let him swing the stick. And then all we have left is Crowley and Muser to hit. Bumbry's going to be called back. It's going to be Andres Mora. Bumbry's day is done. Pinch hit. Mora. 9th for the Bumblebee, Al Bumbry. He's not going to bunt. He's going to swing that stick. Do the Indians go to Stan Ward now and go righty? But I don't think they would take Dave LaRoche out. He had 21 saves. They wouldn't take Dave LaRoche out. They're going to stick with LaRoche. Or do we play the Al Red Sox fan way? Thomas is ready in the bullpen, but they're going to stick with LaRoche. He had 21 saves. I want to bring in Thomas, but I think they would stick with LaRoche. Here we go. Tying run at second. The speedy Paul Blair. LaRoche. Tamora. 3-9. 3-9. Fly ball right field B. So Mora is out. Spikes makes the catch. Could be a sack. And it's a question mark, so that's a +2 for Blair. He's a 1 through 16. 1 through 18, he's tagging up. He can only be thrown out on a 20. If it's a 19, he holds. He is safe. Blair, 90 feet away from tying this game. So that's a sack. 9. So Morris sort of gets his JOB done. He couldn't bunt, but he gets a sack fly to right. Infield moves in. Bobby Grich steps to the plate. Bobby Grich, if you're just joining us, has destroyed the Indians. He is 4 for 4, 3 singles, 2 ribbies. He has a double, stole third, and then advanced to home on the throwing error by Fosse. Infield in. I'll probably screw up that rule, but we're playing the infield in. So we are going to use our infield in chart. Bobby Grich looking to tie this game. LaRoche, infield in. The pitch to Bobby Grich. Can LaRoche do it here? That is a 5-11. Yep, only one out. Only one out, Frank. 5-11. 5-11. Shallow fly ball to left. They finally are going to retire Grich. It's a fly ball C. Moving in. Oh, my Lord, is George Hendrick, and he fires towards the plate. Blair bluffs but does not go. Bobby Grich, fooled on the off-speed pitch, finally retired. He is now 4 for 5. It comes down to lefty Reginald Martinez Jackson. Infield goes back to normal. And Dave LaRoche. Jackson, 1976, said he wanted to stay for the Orioles forever and ever, has changed his mind. He says, this straw must go elsewhere. 277, 27 doubles, 3 triples, 27 homers, 91 ribbies. Dave LaRoche. We have stated it before, but just to build the drama. 1-4, 2.24, 21 saves, only allowed 2 homers, struck out 104, walked 49. If Jackson goes yard, the Orioles will take the lead for the first time in this ballgame. LaRoche and the Indians 1 out away from advancing to the American League East 1976 Bicentennial Tournament Regional Final against either the Yankees or Brewers. That series will be forthcoming soon. Jackson digs in. He is 0 for 3, struck out twice, flown out to left and walked. LaRoche has a word with Fosse. Fosse back behind the plate. The infielders revving up LaRoche. This whole Cleveland Stadium, Municipal Stadium, is on their feet. They want to see Jackson go down. LaRoche takes a deep breath. Blair 90 feet away from tying the game. LaRoche is ready. He rocks and deals to Reginald Martinez Jackson. It is a 6-4 lefty-lefty matchup. 6-4, swing and a miss. The Indians are going to the regional finals here in the American League East. Jackson gets the hat trick you don't want. Reggie Jackson with a mighty swing down to one knee, but this ball game is over. This ball game is over. Jackson, disgusted, screams at his teammates that they're a bunch of losers. Dave LaRoche gets the save. Eckersley gets the win. A tired Kern, was highly ineffective. Unbelievable. What a game. The Indians sweep out the number 2 seed after the Baltimore Orioles had the bye with a 4-3 victory. What a game. Oops, that's not right. What a game. You had to bring LaRoche in. Again, the bullpen will get reset for the next series against either the Yankees or the Brewers, though the Indians will start their number 2 starter against whatever starter the Yankees or Brewers will be up to. But the bullpen will be reset where you can use everybody. Again, it's just the way I'm playing it. So it's 4-3 Indians. What a game. I'm going to give player of the game Dave LaRoche. He went 2 2/3 innings. If I do my math correctly, that's 7. That's 9. I'm giving it to Dave LaRoche. 2 2/3 innings shutout ball. Gets the save. The win goes to Eckersley. Eckersley went 6 innings, 2 runs. Only 1 was earned. Struck out 8. But he was struggling at the end. The loss goes to Garland. So the Indians beat both 20-game winners for the Orioles. And what did the Orioles in was always a bad inning. In this game, the 4th, where the Indians scored 4 runs. In game 1, the first 2 innings, they got 5 runs off of Palmer. They did get 1 more in the 6th, and they won that one 6-3. So the Indians win the series 2-0. They advance to the American League East Regional Final in our 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Bobby Grich, when they finally had to get him, all he needed was a deep fly ball. It was a fly ball C. He ends up 4 for 5. Honorable mention for player of the game, but he didn't get it done when it mattered, I guess. What a game. What a game. Gandalf, 1970, says, nice finish. It was fun. Frank Rosnick. My cousin there was madly in love with the Eck that year. So the Indians advanced. We had a lot of moves. The stream went longer than I thought it would, but we had fun, and it was a fun game. Frank, are you happy now that I brought Dave LaRoche in back in the 7th for his 2 2/3 inning save? I have to say it was a good move on my part. So that's it. Wow, fun game. I like to say, as always, thank you. I will not keep you much longer. Just want to say, if you enjoyed the stream, smack that like button. If you have not subscribed and you wish to do so, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live, because we have a lot of fun. Come back where everybody knows your name. Become a member of the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. And we're always glad you came. Also, check out and subscribe to the other wonderful content creators in our community, some of whom I named earlier on as they were in the chat. So thank you once again. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy holidays, happy what you celebrate. Happy New Year and beyond. God bless. I love you all. Greatly appreciate your time. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. The Cleveland Indians advance, winning game 2 at home at the Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland Municipal Stadium, 4-3. Eckersley the win, LaRoche the save, Garland the loss. Bobby Grich tried to kick the Orioles to game 3, tried to drag the Orioles to game 3, kicking and screaming, 4 for 5. When it mattered, LaRoche was able to finally get Bobby Grich tying run the speedy Paul Blair at third. But Grich flied out to very shallow left. Hendrick fired it in. Blair bluffed but did not go. Reggie Jackson comes up. LaRoche strikes him out on the breaking pitch. The Indians advance. They will face the winner of the Yankees Brewers series, which is next up on the docket. Also, we still have more baseball coming up on the channel at some point this week, hopefully. Game 3 of the What If 1981 American League Championship Series, A's Brewers. If you haven't seen the first 2 games, I won't ruin it. They were good ones. But we move on to Game 3. Oakland travels to Milwaukee. So thank you again. God bless. Love you all. Hopefully see you very soon. Peace.